Well, today is Wednesday and it is the 6th of June 2012. I want to go over a quick video that I seen, and the link is right in here, although that's not the full link. That will be in the more information box, which is stated Bernanke will school Congress on the economy, Don Hayes. This is my notes. Ben Bernanke is to defend the economy on Thursday, June the 7th. So this is what Don says. First off, he says Ben Bernanke is an amazing person. That is up for interpretation. It depends on what your definition of amazing is and for the reasons. Very academic. I consider myself to be academic as well. I know there's a lot of people in this world that is academic. And I've come to the conclusion that to figure out what's going on within this world as far as how the fiat currency system works, or in the political side, stuff like 911, that it takes grade 5, grade 6, or grade 7 logic to figure stuff like that out, which would state people would know in masses that 911 is most definitely not as originally interpreted. But I think it takes an MIT honors graduate to figure out how people don't use their grade 5, grade 6, grade 7 logic to figure it all out. And I don't have an MIT, I've never been there before. He's a great historian, and I don't know if I'm a great historian myself. I do like history, though, and it's an interesting subject. And Mr. Don Hayes stated, Ben bailed us out and kept us from going into a Great Depression. See, again, I guess this is all about interpretation, because I look at it as kept us in towards the Great Depression that started about 100 years ago that is yet to come to a completion. And of course, that's because of the fiat currency, which is only mined, M-I-N-E-D, by central bankers, which is important to note because only they can create it. Then they use usury or interest, and the interest that is charged doesn't come from anywhere, but it remains on balance sheet books as accounts receivable and financial assets or liabilities, depending on which side of the fence you're on. Thus, it guarantees debt, and the more aggressive that banks and financial organizations charge interest, the worse it gets. And they've been quite aggressive, which is the reason we're in this Great Depression. He states we are coming out of a great recession, and I really have to ask the question, why? How are we getting out of it? Okay, he wants to continue to buffer the economy. He says there's no inflation pressures. Inflation is very low. Really? Really? Okay. Ben's big part is QE1, QE2, etc., etc. That's pretty much all he can do. Well, again, adding debt-based liquidity is not going to fix the problem. And, well, apparently there's a 2-day meeting, June 19th and 20th. So I'm just writing this down. I'm going to remember it. Then I know in 2 weeks from now, he will be speaking, and Ben doesn't need to do anything other than what he is doing now, which means if you want to keep this country and world enslaved and suffering to the levels that they are, then yeah, he doesn't have to do anything at all. And Ben needs to send a message to Congress, wake up, do something. Make sure the economy is okay. I think the first thing you need to do is define what the word economy actually is, which the basic points of it is the distribution and how well that we work within our resources, and the mining of it, the creating of it, the using of it. And resources is a combination of actual physical products, stuff that we create, stuff that is mined, as well as human and technological labor. So that is what the economy is. And when we look at the radiation that came from Japan into California, GMOs that are placed in our food, a just-in-time inventory system, which if it's working well, is actually a good thing, but is very fragile in that if things don't happen to come in time, then that's very problematic. Okay, that's it for this video, and take care.